Good afternoon, everybody. This is your favorite aspiring revolutionary here, a wandering author, reminding you that we are all capable of getting a little wet every once in a while without melting. As always, my message remains the same. Spend less, live more, earn your freedom with frugality. And, of course, remember you are the author of your own life. As we continue moving through Aristotle's Nicomachean Ethics and try to discover what does it mean to be a good person, we realize that there's really only a handful of words that exist to describe good behavior, which is why the last virtue and this one both they don't really have like a specific word the way courage does. So something like friendliness. The virtue is so that resembles friendship, but without the affection. So think of the charmer. You know that guy that walks into, and let me stand up here. I apologize if I go out of the camera, but this is killing my ankles. You know that guy that is just magnetic, practically attracts every single person to him whenever they walk in the room. Well, that describes what we're aiming for here with this virtuous disposition in the center. Of course, like Aristotle always does, we ask ourselves, okay, so what are the two extremes on either end of, crappy behavior? And he gives us two pretty interesting words. I didn't really know them, but maybe you do. Obsequious and surly. An obsequious person is, and pardon my language, a kiss ass. They're the eternal flatterer. Those who complacently approve of everything and never raise objections, but think it a duty to avoid causing pain. Aristotle, Nicomachean Ethics, Book 4, Chapter 6, Section 1. Of course, this is all from the Rackham translation. That's the one that I've looked at some of the other ones, but I really like his the most so far. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, we've got surly people. These right here are those people that, Karens is the word we would use to describe them nowadays. Here's how Aristotle described them 2,000 years ago. Those who object to everything and do not care in the least what pain they cause. So, yeah. Now, of course, I actually do really kind of like the way that Aristotle phrases the ideal that we're looking for with our behavior here. For he who exemplifies this middle disposition is the sort of man we mean by the expression, good friend. You know, the kind of person that you're excited to have show up at your house, even if they're uninvited. We all have those friends that, we like having them around. It's truly not that we dislike having them, but we certainly wouldn't want them to just show up. And then there are other people that we really could spend basically every single second of the day with, without complaint. So, this is a type of emotionally stable compassion. You see, Aristotle says he will behave with the same propriety towards strangers and acquaintances alike. So this dude is the guy who's virtuously friendly is not gonna he's not shaky. You could trust him. A man, and I know this one's probably impossible for you guys to see because of how light it is. I didn't realize, but the sun's starting to set. A man of this character takes everything in the right way from natural amiability. So that was a quote that took me a second to actually understand. A man with this disposition is going to take everything in the right way. Literally, he's not going to take things in the wrong way. He's not just going to get offended for no reason. In other words, he's going to have a sense of humor. Or he's not going to be a woke snowflake, right? Yeah. And he will comport himself differently with men of high position than with ordinary people. And then Aristotle does go on to define obsequiousness and flattery. And the difference is an obsequious person is a kiss ass. They're being really nice to somebody in order to gain something, like a promotion at work. A flatterer is just somebody that's just nice to everybody for no goddamn reason. it is important to be nice to everybody, hashtag realistically compassionate, but there is such a thing as being too nice. And you also don't need to just be the grumpy dude that's always saying no to everything, because nobody's going to want to be around you if you're like that. Anyways, this was a lot of work to get here. Now, if you've watched all the way through, let's reward you by giving you a nice... My dog's here somewhere. But yeah, this right here is a wandering author, reminding you that we are all the authors of our own lives. As always, my message remains the same. Spend less, live more, earn your freedom with frugality. What are you guys doing in order to inspire, uplift, and empower your local community today? Because this world isn't changing unless we all do our part, and you can count on me to do mine daily. Till next time, I love you.